It's me, Mario!
Hey everyone, it's Game Camilla here. I'm here with a special guest today, Pallas Streams. Pallas?
Hello, everybody.
We're here taking a look today at Super Mario 64, and why we're doing that? Well, because Nintendo just announced their 35th anniversary celebration, and in a few weeks here, we are going to have Super Mario 3D All-Stars for Switch be released. And of the 3 games being released for the, including the compilation there, one of them is Super Mario 64, which holds a lot of memories for the both of us here. So, we're going to be playing it today and kind of reminiscing of past times here. So when was the first time you played Super Mario 64?
Dear Mario, please come to the castle.
At my cousin's house, when I was a kid, I never had many consoles of much until I was like 12 or so.
Mm-hmm.
So my cousin, who's about 11 years older than me, had all the consoles. So whenever I'd go over there, I'd get to play at his house.
I think the first time I played Super Mario 64, now I was like really late to the game with the 64 as far as owning it. I don't think I owned one until the year 2000, actually, really late in the 64's lifespan there. And I used to play the 64 over a friend's house. I had a neighbor next door as a kid. And that's my first experience with the 64. But I didn't actually play Super Mario 64. He didn't even own it. I didn't play it until around the year 2000. I ended up renting the game. And that was my first experience with it. So I'm a late bloomer when it comes to the 64.
Have you ever beaten it?
I actually have beaten it, but I beat it first on the Nintendo DS. I beat it there. You know, a lot of people have asked why are they not remastering the DS version, and I've come to find out in the last few years that there's a lot of people who don't particularly care for the DS version, which is crazy. So
Until you said I didn't know there was a DS version. I just knew the 64 version.
yeah, it actually was one of the first games I ever got for my DS. It's actually how I beat 64 for the first time. I did end up beating it on the cartridge itself, which ended up buying a game for my collection at some point. But yeah, I didn't own this Super Mario 64, at least the original 64 version, for the longest time.
Yeah, I can say I never beat it because, like I said, my cousin's the one who owned the console, so I was only there for limited amounts of time at a point in time. So I never really got far, and every time he'd always get beat the game and like start a new game, so I ended up deleting my saves. So every time I start over.
Yeah, Super Mario 64 is a pretty extensive game. Now, there's a lot of people who are speedrunning it these days. I mean, they've been speedrunning it for a while, but one of the not to get too random here, but one of the things I was always impressed with Super Mario 64, even though I got to it like late in the game, in terms of, you know, 4 or 5 years after it was released, I was always impressed on how well that Super Mario moved. Like even now, years later, and I think for a lot of like the younger folk, they don't realize how impressive this was in '96. We didn't have a 3D platformer like this, you know. Oh,
This was it.
yeah, this was it, and they really pulled off a big feat. There was only a couple games released for the 64 when it started, right? I think it was this and Pilot Wings, right?
Yeah. This was one of the early ones.
The only problem that I have with it is the camera. The camera's not modernized, so it's not like how we are used to having a second analog stick. the 64 only had one analog stick. So you have these like C buttons, those yellow buttons on the 64 controller. So you don't have full control over the camera.
It's like a 90-degree turn.
Yeah, like you have left, right, zoom in, zoom out, and then sometimes the camera just will not move at all.
One of the things I had issues with this game a lot was because of that. Like you're going up this little mountain thing here. I don't know how many times I fell off because I didn't get my angle on the camera just right, and I ended up going off because I wasn't as straight as I thought I was.
Yeah, yeah. We're so used to 3D games now, but when we were, when I was younger, I'd fall off quite easily too.
Yeah. I don't think that's why you did it.
Against the rules to throw the king out of the ring. Maybe I just have to throw him?
Maybe.
Oh yeah, you just have to throw him.
and that right there is a testament to how things have changed since this came out. I mean, that right there, that's the first boss of this game, and you're just tossing him versus think about how games are made now, where you might take 20 minutes to fight a boss in some games now.
I'm actually excited to play Mario 64 again, at least in a cleaner image.
Yes.
Now, they're not going to make it widescreen.
Oh, they're not?
No. Sunshine and Super Mario Galaxy are going to have the... Oh, crap. The widescreen support, which I guess makes sense. But no, because they supported, I think they supported I know Galaxy supported widescreen naturally, and I think a lot of GameCube games supported progressive scan, and I think Sunshine was one of the few that actually had some widescreen support through that. I think like the original box art had Mario with wings and that, and it's just kind of like that sense of wonder and surprise and that was a big thing for this game, where you play through the levels multiple times, and there's like all these little secrets. Like it really upped the ante on secrets. Let's go through another door.
Cool. One thing about this is the last time I saw this played was on a speedrun by a friend of ours, and it's interesting seeing it played different on a speedrun versus playing normally.
Yeah, funny thing about with speedruns is I love speedruns. But every once in a while, I like to see somebody play it for like the first time. And in a sense, with this, it's been so long since we've played it. It's been so long since I played it. It's almost kind of like playing it for the first time in a long time.
Yeah, exactly.
Nope. Bam.
I couldn't remember how. I knew the X was there. I just couldn't remember how to do it.
This is just so mind-blowing, because I'd played Super Mario World, I'd played all the 2D Marios. And then just play this for the first time. Even, renting it back in the day. Oops. Here we go. It makes me mad. We build your houses, your castles, we pave your roads, you still won't walk all over us. Mario's the bad guy. He's the bad guy.
He's huge compared to the last guy.
Ouch. Again, even with other 3D platformers, like Mario 64 was like leaps and bounds ahead for years just because of the ability to be so acrobatic. No, crushed again.
Oh, so he's a literal stepping stone. I never realized that.
Super Mario 3D All-Stars, are you planning on getting that at some point?
Oh, I've got it pre-ordered.
Oh yeah, I got it pre-ordered too. I'm excited.
I wasn't sure if I was going to get it at first because Best Buy didn't have it on the, or not Best Buy, but GameStop didn't have it on their website at first.
Yeah, I went through Best Buy for it.
Same. I had a Best Buy credit, so I was able to get it super cheap.
No, no, no. Oh! I knew it. Ouch. Ouch. What do you think about Nintendo doing as a limited release? Do you like it? Do you hate it?
As long as I
That's
get
been
mine, I'm
very
fine with it.
controversial lately. You know, Nintendo's decision to release it as a limited release, not just for the physical version, which I get as far as the physical version goes. No, there we go. Got another one.
I mean,
I get it from the physical release. I am very opposed to the digital being
Yes.
delisted, because that makes no sense. Like the physical, I know that it pisses some people off, and it's understandable. But to remove the digital release after, you know, after a few months, that doesn't make sense. The same thing goes for that Super Mario 35 is going to be delisted as well around the same time. It's like, why? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? I don't think I can reach that there.
and it also to me doesn't make sense from a business standpoint because that's more money they can make from people buying it. So it doesn't make sense to me that they would do it.
Mm-hmm. It's not devaluing it, for sure. Like Super Mario... Oh, okay, we got... What do I get? Oh, crap! Again, acrobatic.
Yeah. That jump and slide.
I learned that from Thero.
Really?
Oh, okay. I didn't learn that from Thero. I didn't really learn how to be so acrobatic with Super Mario 64 and and I am no means like really great with this game. Like, there's no way I'm doing a speedrun with this thing. But I've learned quite a bit from watching speedrunners play this and certain tips and stuff like that. Oh, okay, there's a star. And another complaint for the 3D All-Stars is that some people feel it's too expensive. I mean, goodness, it's like $20 a game, which is nothing.
Yeah, exactly. It's
And
like
the amount
you
of-
get 3 games for $60. I think that's a perfectly fine deal.
Yeah, and the amount of content you're gonna get. So one of my favorite things with this game is the music, and this might be my favorite music in any Mario game right here. And that is in this level here. I absolutely love this music.
I love that it's called the Jolly Roger.
It's the first time I was ever in a swimming game in Mario where I was like, I can get used to this. Oh, what hit me? Oh, okay, coins. Okay, I am way... Oh my god! Oh, that's what hit me. The other thing about Mario is Mario could actually attack for the first time without stepping on enemies. He can actually just punch them.
Mm-hmm.
That was always bad. Always bad with that.
I don't know if I ever done the punch before. We always do the step on.
Okay, that was wrong. That was double wrong. Okay, right. 1, 2. Okay, no, wrong order. 1, 2, 3, and 4. There we go.
There you go. Almost lost your life there.
Hiding away. Please
I
enter
think
the
this might
cottage
be the
first.
first I ever got.
I hated I hated this level. This is probably my least favorite level in Super Mario 64. And I think it boils down to this part right here. I was not a fan of ice. If you had a really bad, like, analog stick, yeah, good luck.
Mm-hmm. And actually, that's funny you say that. N64 at times had issues with analog sticks.
Oh yeah, well, Mario Party. Many a N64 controller got murdered by Mario Party. No, you? No, you don't. How old was I when that?
When this game released.
When Mario 64 came out, I think I was 10 or 11.
Okay. It came out in '96, so I was like 5, I think. Depends on when the year it came out.
No, you don't. No, we don't.
Yeah, I never made it this far. I can tell that right now. Because like I said, I was always playing at my cousin's house, so.
Tried to shortcut it.
That'd be like me in real life, trying to go up a big hill.
Oh no! Even to this day, I'm have a little bit of problem with depth perception in this game, where I will miss a jump.
Oh, there's no doubt. There's no depth perception for me. I just missed the jump.
Yeah. I used to have problems with 3D games when I'd played when I was younger, and I'd played 2D games for so long that trying to play. Yeah, see, I did it again, where I pressed up on the stick instead of left.
See, I had issues with 2D games, not 3D games.
Because you grew up on 3D games, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was opposite. I remember I had a hard time adjusting to 3D when I first started. There's a lot of 3D games that didn't incorporate 3D as well as one would hope. No? Okay, that's not worth it. It's not worth it. Shrooms, not even once, man.
Most of the 2D games I played when I was young was this, like Link's Awakening, Pokemon. That was it. After that, I went straight into 3D games with like Ocarina of Time and stuff like that.
Well, a lot of Nintendo made games where they handled 3D a lot better than other companies. Spyro the Dragon was another one that handled 3D really well.
I
And
love
then,
that game.
technically speaking, Crash Bandicoot had 3D elements as well. The second and third one. Which, I'm just... Woohoo! Okay, I'm gonna have to wait because I kept bouncing into. There we go.
There you go.
It's Bowser. Bowser look a little chunky. You're looking thick.
I never realized you encountered Bowser this early in the game.
And then you would swing the stick. Woo! You're supposed to spin him into that.
Oh, into the fight thing.
Yeah. Nope, nope, nope. There we go. Grr, I was a bit careless. You'll pay for this.
Oh, you just gotta do it one time, that's it?
Yeah. In the later levels, you had to do it multiple times, if I remember.
Okay.
The thing there.
I do think this is a great time, and this is something I've been, as you've been talking about, I've been thinking about this as well.
Wow.
You mentioned the camera. I'm almost expecting them to change the camera the way it works, because you now have two joysticks. It doesn't make sense to have a joystick there and not use it. So I'm almost expecting them to, one, update the graphics, and two, update update camera control, because you have the D-pad, which, if I remember correctly, on the N64 you have like a D-pad and a C-pad.
Yeah, well, you have the C buttons.
Yeah, so I'm trying to think of what would you. I mean, you have two sets on the Pro Controller as well as the Joy-Con. So I guess you could still do everything with on one joystick, but it's like so many people are used to using multiple joysticks. I don't see them redoing this and not using the other joystick for something.
Unfortunately, I think that they're not going to fix the camera thing. I think it's just going to be au naturel.
I'm worried about the kind of what type of backlash they might get if they don't, because you're gonna have a lot of people who are like buying this for the kids. The kids never played the game, and they're like, "Oh, hey, this is a great little thing," and the kids gonna be like, "Well, this ain't working." And so I imagine they're going to get a bunch of reports from people thinking it's not working correctly if they don't.
I don't know. It's again, it's gonna be like for someone not like myself, like you can get used to it, but it's not going to be as great as, and because again, I played it. Even though it's been a minute for me to play this, I can get used to it for sure. It definitely handles a lot better than other 3D games around the late 90s. But yeah, I would like to see them have a few more touch-ups with it. Like, I don't see them adding any of the DS stuff for it. Like, that'll be it. But anyway, we've been playing this for, will last like a couple hours here, so I think we'll probably pause here for the day. It's been a lot of fun kind of revisiting this, you know, after so many years. It's a little bit, it feels a lot more newer than you'd expect in terms of, I guess I haven't played it in a long time, that there's a lot of things I've kind of forgot. But there's a lot of things that do still hold up with it, so I'm excited for the re-release. What you think, Pallas?
Same. There's a lot of things I've seen people do and other things like that, and it's like, oh, I don't remember that. So it almost feels like a new get, like I'm playing it for the first time, or I'm seeing it for the first time.
Yeah, it's gonna be exciting. And now for myself, I'm gonna be taking a look a bit at Super Mario Galaxy and Super Mario Sunshine. So there's gonna be videos of that being released soon. But so where can we find you on the web there, Pallas?
Well, I'm taking a little bit of a hiatus from streaming right now, but I'll be back hopefully soonish over on Twitch at twitch.tv/Pallas streams.
It's been great, Pallas. Thank you for hanging out with me, buddy. Reliving the past. You probably feel a little old. I feel a lot older. That's it, guys. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you next time.